Okay, everyone, this is my part 3 of my testimony now here. As I was saying, I was searching at this point, but I was still actually doing my New Age movement. And I really didn't find any conflict between, the New Age movement and God. Well, one day, my friend Gary, he told me that, hey, look, this radio station, this Christian radio station that's in the area, they're going to do a live remote. And I'm going to see if I can get on the air and say hello to you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, but I actually did turn the radio station to there. Okay, well, I did my New Age meditation, and then I was actually going out to another friend of mine. Okay, driving on the road, and of course, I really didn't recognize any of the songs of the radio station at the time. So I was actually listening more to the tape than I was the radio station. Well, I was traveling down the road, and I put the tape in, and I was just listening to it. Well, for those old people who remember tape cassette players, okay, thing is that if you played a tape too long, or if the tape player was just getting way too old, the thing is that the tape would jam or just stop because the reel was just wound up too tight. Okay, well, this happened for me at that time. Well, what I would have to do is I would take the tape out and I would tap it on my leg, and I'm driving down the road now. Okay, I would tap it on my leg, shove it back inside, and then it would start again. No problem. Okay. Well, as I was going down the road, the tape jammed. And again, I had already tuned my radio station, or tuned my radio to the radio station that my friend Gary requested. Okay. Well, the tape jammed. I ejected it. At that precise moment, a commercial for an evangelist was coming to the area. And this is what he said. We must get our young people back into the Bible study, or Satan will play upon their ignorance. At that precise moment, that really spoke to me. It's just like, I knew of this Bible study. I wanted to know more about God, but yet I wasn't going to a Bible study. The thing is that spoke profoundly to me. So what I did was, okay, I was just surprised by this. So what I did, I put the tape back in, okay, and all of a sudden the song by Amy Grant, Thy Word, came on. Now, for anyone who don't know what that, not familiar with that song, the song is based on Psalms 119, 105. It's one of her more popular songs that she's ever done, and actually there are several versions of it here on YouTube, so you might want to actually look that up. Thy Word is the name of the song by Amy Grant. Okay, and again, this was very profound to me. I'm like, Thy Word, okay, I want to know more about God. Oh, the Bible. Okay. I did my thing with my friend and eventually got home. That night is when I gave my heart to the Lord. I literally remember kneeling beside my bed. I really didn't know how to pray to God. I really didn't know how to talk to God. And I remember just saying that, God, I know that you want me to be your child. Lord, I ask you to come into my life. Lord, I ask you to take control of my life. And that was it. I cried a little bit and I got in bed. The next day, I knew that I knew that I knew that I was a new person. Everything in my mind instantly changed. The day I gave my heart to the Lord was August 27th, 1987. Never again did I look back. I woke up that next morning and literally threw away all of my New Age crap. The books, the charts, the crystals, the pyramids, everything. I dumped it into our garbage dumpster, and at the time we had 3 cats. We had 2 kitty litter boxes in the house. I made sure that we had new kitty litter. I dumped all the soil kitty litter on top of all of my books so they would be soiled with urine and feces, so I know that no one would ever fish this stuff out of the garbage. Okay, it was a profound moment. That was in August. Now, I did speak to my friend Gary many times at that point, and I finally went to church on October 25th and 1987. Was actually my first day in church. I didn't know how church went. He told me where it was. I went there. Okay, and I actually beat him there. And then eventually he showed up. We sat down. Well, I didn't really pay attention. Now, a few days prior, I did buy my first Bible. This is it. Within 2 years, I got it in this beat-up condition. You now see it. Okay? Okay. Like I said, I shoved the church bulletin inside the Bible. I didn't pay much attention to it. And the service began. And what might you ask was on the cover of that first church bulletin I ever received? Psalms 119, 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, a light unto my path. Psalms 119, 105. In time, I got a job at a restaurant, and I had to be there hours before it actually opened up to the customers. The Christian radio station I mentioned before, they would have ministry shows, or, audio. And I would listen to them because, I was just so hungry for God. And I was actually listening to that, and that was my real first Bible studies that were on the radio. In time, I eventually went to 4 separate Bible studies a week, every week for 1 solid year. Well, like I said, I gave my heart to the Lord in August 27th, 1987. It's been well over 25 years now, okay? And much has changed in my life. Unfortunately, 1 year to the month of coming to the Lord, my father passed away, okay? But I have had much happiness in my life. I have brought several people to Christ. I have strengthened many of my Christian brothers and sisters. And of course, I have touched many people here on YouTube now through the media of modern technology. Okay? So now here is my end. If you've actually sat through each one of my testimony and this has touched your heart, I'm here to tell you that God does still heal people. God is willing to heal you of your pain if you let him. So many people are out there full of pain and suffering. And the thing is that they wish so much more in their life. They wish that they could move forward in their life. They wish that their emotions would be more intact. But I'm here to tell you, if you give your pain to God, if you tell God your pain and ask him to remove it, he will. So let me ask you again. Christ is here extending your hand for salvation, for love, for life eternal. It's up to you to take his hand. Just talk to him. That's what he wants the most, is to hear your heartfelt apology, your heartfelt pain, and he wants to love you. And you should love him as well. Thank you, and I hope this has touched your life.